Greetings, beautiful people. This is your favorite program where we talk about realities, we talk about nature, we talk about spirituality, we talk about business, we talk about environment, we talk about everything. And I am your host, Kisz Blissz. And today we are with nature itself. We call him Asobo. You understand? The man that live and die with nature, the man that understand the values of nature, the man that protects nature, the man that work for the benefit of nature and mankind as a whole. Today we are in Limbe, a town of friendship, where we are to ask him some very important questions that is going to solve problem of mankind, Africa and the world at large. So Mr. Asobo, you are very welcome to this wonderful program, Kisz Blissz Talk Reality.
Yeah, thank you, brother. Rastafari. Kalamawe Rastafari, Holy Emmanuel, Selassie, the conquering lion of the tribe of Judah, elect of the saints, mighty God. Atum, Ra, Lu, Su, Ra, Tr. Blessed Mother Nature, blessed Sun, blessed Moon, blessed stars, blessed the planets, blessed water, blessed fire, blessed earth, and blessed all the four elements of the world and every little thing in the ecosystem. Blessed brother, good over evil.
Good over evil, good over evil. You have just heard it from nature itself. Now, I know you are filled with so many things, and we can't discuss everything today. Believe me. So the first question we want to ask you that so many people have been asking us, that they want to really get the answer from you yourself. Now, Mr. Asobo, what can you say about nature? Like, what is your understanding when you hear the word nature?
Blessed I am. Yeah, man. When I hear about nature, it's an English word from nature, nature, ntr, medu nature, modern nature, the mother, the woman with the womb, the woman designed for rebirth, the woman that give birth to man. When you talk about nature, is a giver of life and fertility, increase, balance. Nature is a whole body of mankind and the universe as a whole. Everything that have life and breath is nature designed for a system to give an opportunity for another element or an organism or any creation to multiply and also have a chance to sustain life. Just like this month we're talking about the sea turtle. You see, they can't produce again their balance for the earth because mankind is producing and giving them what is dangerous for them. Plastic. You know, the sea turtle is designed to always come back where he was being hatched, to come still lay. You see, his eggs there, that's its cycle. And now when there are a lot of plastic, like just what we have at the Limbe city down there, down beach, they can't find it easy to go back and to come, and also mankind eats them a lot. Yeah, that's where we learn to ask a question. If you say you love a fish, if you say yes, you love fish, do you love it to kill it and eat? or you love the fish to see it multiply by having a small social life with its own kind, and also make love, enjoy emotional times, and also lay seeds and watch their own siblings and generation grow. It's beautiful for them. You see? But now, do you love fish to kill and eat? I'm just trying to talk about a balance. You see? So when you hear nature, you need to think about all this system. Because we ourselves, we are in nature.
Okay.
Yeah, man, if we cut down all the trees, we will die. You need to see a monkey in the bush where there are no trees, seated like that in grasses. If you see a picture like that, you yourself will testify that that monkey is not happy because there are no trees. He is designed to jump from one tree to another. You cut down all trees. You say you love the forest, you love the animals. No. Be it the water body, the fire body, the air body, the earth body, and we that live in this earth, the universe, and other celestial bodies in other dimensions and in other planets. We live for one another. That is nature. Natural facts that brings out natural produce. We live in a time now where you don't listen to believe. You see and you witness to believe. Because many ills about, in quotes, lovers of nature have given us fake information about nature. Up till the level many of us don't know where some plants were being found and where they started and their uses. And many of us don't know the importance of our environment. We are designed now to cut down all grasses and better throw tar, which is an ills.
Wow, that was a lot. And I believe that we have all learned, because me myself I've get to learn more about nature. And with this information, believe me, I'm going to change my ways towards nature and get to make sure that other people get to also learn from his knowledge.
Please, I would like to rejoin. I would like to say this: nature is a family, because everything in nature you have male and female. Even the plants, just like an apple that have eye, ears, mouth, everything just like a human. And that's why it was being used as an allegory in the Genesis. An apple, when you cut it, what they call the French apple, pomme de France. Right now we have pomme de Kumba. They do grow apple in Kumba. If you slice it like that in the middle, it gives you a replica structure of a vagina of a woman. And in the allegory in the Bible, they states, he who bites that fruit shall spend his whole life toiling, working for that bite. The same in man. He who goes at the center of a woman and get that bite, start being responsible and paying the price. And also, when you look in nature, you see the leaves. Some of them take the shapes of the parts of your body. I tell you, it's an information that I can replenish this part in your body. So what my information I will pass over is, mankind should sit back and have a revolutionary monitoring program about nature. When I talk about nature, I talk about the seasons and time, their produce, and how they look like, their characters, their figures. And we will learn a lot on what to eat to replenish us from all the poisonous gases and poisonous foods we have been eating from the brothers from the other side. It's very shocked. I will say this. The latest discovery that I just watched on a program on Facebook, on YouTube, I think you can check. Our brothers from the other side that are struggling to kill our cultures and tradition that leads us to nature have invented even a poisonous substance that grows alongside with the seeds and bear fruits and still be in the seeds of the fruits, and when you eat it, it starts manifesting in your body. When it gets to test blood, it starts developing. It's an ills in our green nature. We should learn how to farm and eat from our own gardens and make sure we don't claim to live an ostentate life to eat a lot of foreign. We will die a lot. That's why almost everybody now have fungus, poisonous foods and gases, because we are so lazy, which was a part of our culture. Now we can't farm to get the increase from our own farm to consume. We prefer to wear white shirts and go to the market and buy high. They're just trying to act the part of the economic system they taught us even in school about inflation, of which is what we are facing now.
Oh my God! I think that this is also a message to all Africans. I think that this is an information that we have to listen, we have to watch, we have to be able to re-educate ourselves to get to know our true values and respect our culture. Now, Mr. Asobo, based on my understanding and my research about you, you are very much informed when it comes to, let me use the word religion, when it comes to religion, because I think these are the two topics that we are going to take today. We are done with nature. Now we're talking about religion, which I think it is one of those aspects that it has really helped to bring down Africa and to divide us into 1,000 different pieces. Now we fight one another because of religion beliefs and all that. Now, based on your understanding, I would not like to ask a particular question in that, but now based on your understanding about religion, what can you say about religion, and what can you say about the relationship, between, let me say, religion and Africa culture and Africa religion? What can you point out about this?
Blessed Aya. It's a nice question. It's a beautiful one that can really wish war and hatred to the less conscious, because we live in a world now where people don't know their roots, traditions, and culture. Because of too much of borrowed culture, the Yugo Gentile system. I call it the Babylonian system. I will say I grew as a Christian. When I was a child, I always loved, because of the mysterious birth of me and the name they gave to me. My name is Asobo Asobo John Chefo, but my colonial name is John, and Asobo means comb. And in our traditions and culture, we work in the African tradition and culture, or African religion, we work with signs and symbols and elements. The comb signifies unity. Have you ever seen an Afro comb? If those who know about the Andinka signs, the Afro-Akan signs, the chematical sign.
Yes. The Afro, I think it's something like almost like a comb,
Excuse
right?
me, show me your scepter. That's it. That's a comb. That's a comb. It gathers everybody to one. It's leadership.
Okay, so this is a comb. This is my staff. This is a comb. So, I mean, it means this is unity.
It's a scepter of unity, oneness. That's leadership. One of the pertinent responsibility of a leader is to unite. Ubuntu. That's the use of a comb. And chefo means he who is what to put on the coat of a chief, a king.
Wow.
Okay. And it's very shocking that in Christianity, John means the gift of God. And it's an English word, same time which means toilet.
That's the meaning of John. It means toilet.
John is toilet. John is toilet. You can check your dictionary. So I go after my root name. But right now I'm German mystical, so influential, cultural, spiritual. But I grew as a Christian. I love to read the book of John. I grew up after my advanced level. I studied theology. But during my whole life, I love to search out new things. Yeah, with native doctors, imams. You see, I always love all people in villages try to acquire ancient knowledge because I loved it. Right from childhood, I always think old. You see, and I was always looking for a way to find myself. And by then I was exposed to the Gideon Bible. You see, and I grew up from advanced level. I studied theology. I went to Minnesota TNET, one of the best theology schools, you see, in US. You see, my principal was Bob Gillian. Yeah, man. Just because I wanted to find myself spiritually. I've pastored churches. I've been a pastor for about 7 years, pastored churches, studying the Bible. But finding myself in the Bible and checking out my roots, African culture at the same time, I get fucked up at the point with some facts. So I said, okay, now let me work with facts. Let me work with dates. It can really predate me. And I only found out that the Bible is the only spiritual history book without no date.
The only spiritual book without no date. I hope you're getting that.
Yes, and I love to work with dates. And when I read phrases like, except you confess and accept Jesus Christ as your personal Lord and Savior, you shall not see the kingdom of God. And I was like, hey, the Bible just get into Africa 2,000 years ago. Now that's conscious root African spirituality I'm following with dates. It can tell me when Christianity came over to Africa. You see? And I was like, damn it. Still no date. I tried to follow some gurus. I created a Pan-African group, Afuraka. Afuraka means the male and female counterpart of creation. You see, like the ka at the end for Kabalaba. Kabalaba means the beginning and the end. In Kabbalah. Yeah, man, you see. So the ka there has been changed. But remember, if someone colonize you, they colonize both your government, your religion, your tradition, and you becomes them. You start worshiping their God and their religion, up to the level where they were shaving us. This never just happened just for the Christians, but alongside the Muslims. You see, that's some of the suffering the African religious you asked me a question, but you said we will not say everything today. That's why I'm cutting. You see, yeah, that's why I'm just saying that even with the Muslims and the Christian, it was the same, predating to the late 20th century to the early 19th century. Statistics prove that it was 40% Muslim, 40% Christian, 20% African tradition. That was when some of the Europeans start identifying the sociality and the spirituality in African traditions. And that was a time when a lot of transactions happened about our values like gold, diamond, silver, and some precious spiritual kind of woods, trees. You see, that stood for justice. Like some of the trees they used to make scepters, what we call offer. We're up for that level. If you be chief, you misbehave, it judge you, they knock you, even paralyze you. It's just a justice for good. It was an African traditional spirituality which was not evil.
Wow.
Because we knew how to work with the elements. You see, yeah, remember, Christianity is one God and no other God. Islam is one God and no other God. African spirituality or religion is a mixture of monotheism and polytheism. That means believing in one supreme God and many other gods that reports and function under the supreme. That's why you see in African traditions and culture, you see diverse tribes and cultures identifying God either with gold, silver, diamond, copper, iron, clay, wood, or a plant, or anything from the supreme creator. You see? And if you check it very well, it's still part of the Torah and the Old Testament, because the Bible is two sessions. The Old Testament, which are the first 5 books, the Torah, written by Moses, that was a Chemetical Pharaoh, because everything comes from Kemet, ancient Egypt, a daughter from Nubia. Nubia means gold, the people, the golden people, the people from gold. You see? And remember, there was a time when, no, let me not say this, it will be deep. Different day we will talk for the Anunnakins.
Alright.
The Anunnakins. Different day we will talk about the Anunnakins. Where you have the contradiction in the Bible where they said there was a time when angels in heaven, the third heavens, saw women on earth. They were beautiful. They made love with them. They took an oath and made love with them. You will see this in the book of Enoch. Enoch was the grandfather of Noah, I think, of which, compiling of the biblical canon, they rejected the book because the book spoke a lot about black spirituality and tradition and culture. Because back in the days in Ethiopia, Enoch was there, he grew there, they read his scrolls, and he was that kind of a man, and he was a black. So every little thing about black is being removed from this biblical canon compiled by King James, because it was even in front of King James River that they were chartering boats to come over to Africa for slaves. And even the Romans jealous his ways of treating slaves. Remember, Jesus says, slaves, honor me as you honor your master. It means he also supports slavery. So he accepted the concept of one being supreme and another one not being. Where we stand for equal right and justice, let there be balance. Ubuntu. You see, sorry for the Christians, I'm just talking about facts. You see, predates back, I'm talking about slavery right now, what the Muslims and the Christians did to the African religion. You see, they took us for slavery. That's what I can tell you about Christianity and Islam and religion. And from Kemet, you have Amen, Otep, Amun, Ra, which is still Atum, Ra, which is the Ra in the Afura Ka. That is why when they colonize us, they change our name now to Africa without no meaning. The Ka, as in Kabalaba, is changed to C-A. What's C-A? Ra, that is the sun. We are the sons from the sun, the absorber of the sunlight and the healer overnight, the black people with the black melanated skin. The 6 electrons, 6 neutrons, 6 protons. It's us, the black Africans. You see, they remove the Ra and they put Ri. What is Ri?
What is Ri? What is Ri? Answer this. What is Ri? I mean, I think that it means all what we have been learning in school, we just have to re-educate ourselves. Because to be very honest, all the history, almost everything is just fake.
Yes, I. If they never gave you a good education, a good home, a good food, a good hospitality, what make you think it will give you a good religion?
Now, you know, I think that we have passed through a lot as African people, and if we want to break down our true history, then I think that we are going to face what we are going to call the Third World War.
We see the Most High in nature, in creation. You see, if you see someone worshiping rats, please, can you just hold up for a moment and don't criticize him first? Try to question him. One wise man told me that he can only listen to you when you promise to listen to him. And another wise man said, never you point your finger on someone when you are not ready to give him an helping hand.
Wow. It's like if we want to really get to hear you talk, we can hear you talk from today to next year, because there is so much that we can really get to learn from you. But before then, due to time, we have a normal time which we run Kisz Blissz Talk Reality. But before then, I want to ask this. It's not really much of a question. It's more of an advice and a way forward. Okay. Now, looking at the African youth, the present African youth, what can you say about it? Because if I look at the African youth, we have totally forget about our cultural values. The way we dress is not even the way African used to dress. What we eat, the way we do things is really kind of, I mean, it's a whole different concept. What advice can you give to African youth, and what's the future if we can fully embrace our culture and tradition back as African people?
Repatriation is a must.
Repatriation. I mean, can you break down, like, to be honest?
How come Jamaica is the only African country in America? Our brethren and sisters are in the foreign, living a life which is not theirs. All of them want to come over to Medu nature, to Mother Nature, motherland, Zion.
But now, please, talking about then coming back, you know, not every black want to come back. Do you know that?
Okay, yes, I will learn. It was an advice I'm giving. Okay, I know they don't want to come back. I will land there due to law of situation. They don't want to come back. But when I say repatriation is a must, I'm talking to the extent of borrowing a Euro-Gentile tradition which is not theirs and boasting of it. One, boasting of Christianity which is a Roman. Remember, they killed the Jesus, they framed him, they killed him, put him in a book, sent to you to consume it. Why building churches? They are building factories. Why praying for good roads? They are building good roads. Okay, now, my advice is our tradition is not dying, it's reforming. I never said reviving because there have been a lot of revival. Revival is just like filling water into a jar. But reforming is like fixing the cracks of the jar before filling. We need to go back and study our roots history. We should study about the people who stand and fought for us for the abolition of slavery, and not the people who came after. We should know about Marcus Garvey. We should know about Malcolm X. We should know about Empress Menen. We should know about His Imperial Majesty Selassie Kalamawi, the 225th Emperor of Ethiopia, from the line of Menelik and Queen Sheba. She is the Messiah after the prophecy of Marcus Garvey, to fight for us, the black people, and redeem us, send us back. The only king, and the only king, and the only king that fought with nature, not just with his people, but with leopards and lions and bees, just like the Zulu. And that's the only names that have never changed, even in the biblical canon, from all the other countries that have been colonized. I say, and it is also written in the Psalms, which is written still from the lineage. All of them are from Kemet, they just changed their names. That ambassadors shall come out from Egypt, and Ethiopia will soon fall straight for the sands. They were just meaning in this time now, Kemet from Egypt will take over, and Ethiopia Rastas will spread the news of Africa. Afuraka, now called Africa. I say, we need to study our root history and promote our kind traditions and culture, and turn back to start consuming our fruits and foods planted from our own farm, from Meadow Nature, because it is a project from European and other colonial masters to control our birth rate by sending us poisonous gases and poisonous foods. I say, it's time we turn to burning plantain, burning cocoa, turning cassava from our farm, and abstain from all this bakery and they call it big people food. It's a disgrace for our youths now to step up even into the garden again. They cannot feel fine in nature just because maybe a bottle of top is not there and a shawarma is not there and a kind of a yogurt and this is not there. It's a pollution from the Oriental. I say we should come back. Farming should be a must. Agriculture should stand first. Back in the days, our women used to make us clothes. Nowadays, it's a problem if you don't buy a wife clothes. Please let us turn back. Look back to our culture, to the Ubuntu system, where I live because you are, and I am because you are, because you are because I am. My advice is there should be good over evil. Even in the 237 entertainment, we should not compete. Everybody is unique. Each and every one is like a puzzle with different parts to build up a picture. Let us find ourselves and fit in without no war and competition, and make use of our mother tongue and our roots languages, and plant more trees.
And plant more trees. I think you've get to hear from the horse's mouth. This is Kisz Blissz, your favorite host, and this is your favorite program called Kisz Blissz Talk Reality, which we get to talk with philosophers, we get to talk with religious people, we get to talk with people that they have their insights to understand about nature and various fields of various sectors of life. Catch me once more as we bring you more amazing guests and more amazing people that are going to share with you their realities, our realities, and the realities of mankind. It was nice having you on this wonderful program, and we hope to have you once again some other time, which you are going to throw us more light about what you understand about things, about people, and about nature. So, Mr. Asobo, we appreciate and we are blessed with your information, we are blessed with your knowledge, and we say once again, thank you.
We say thank you for our ancestors, for the ancestral blessings that conquers the ancestral curse. And I say, good over evil. I am German mystical, so influential, spiritual. I'm still learning. I don't know much, but my ancestors keep on teaching me every day as I take nature as my master. Bless up and catch you more time. You can get me and ask any question anytime. I will tell you from my own point of view, and I am open to listen to your own point of view. And please come up with facts and dates, you see, and work with sounds and colors and actions and make everything bright. As we say, Ubuntu.
Ubuntu! That was it. Thank you once more. This